Chairmanship Council polls today. You can look at the streets. There are no people walking on the street. The streets are empty because of the chairmanship elections we are having in Lagos and likewise in Ogun State today. Welcome to Bystanders at the Newsstands. I'm Sisi Chuku on this wonderful edition of the program. I have my reviewers here with me to do justice in the headlines this morning. And I'm saying a big welcome to all that are watching from Nigeria and also in diaspora. Okay, we are saying a big thank you. We have a GoFundMe account. You can also contribute to that account. The link will be pasted on the chat so that you can be a blessing to Flip TV. Okay, let's look at the newspaper headlines we have this morning. I have with me the Saturday Punch, and I also do have the Saturday Vanguard. What does the Vanguard have for us this morning? Above the masthead, tension as Lagos Ogun hold council polls today. Tension as Lagos Ogun hold council polls today. Let's look at the information on that news headline. Okay, we after months of preparation, Lagos and Ogun states will hold local government council polls today. No fewer than 6,570,291 registered voters are expected to exercise their franchise across 13,320 polling units in 20 local government areas and 37 LCDAs in Lagos. In Ogun, the main opposition People's Democratic Party has pulled out of the exercise, accusing the Ogun State Independent Electoral Commission (OGSIEC) of undermining it and trying to factionalize the party. As you can see, Ogun State PDP has pulled out of the election. Okay, let's look at all the headlines on this part. This morning we have the main headline below the masthead on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Provide evidence against Igboho. Beninese court tells federal government. Provide evidence against Igboho. Nigeria Benin Republic have no extradition agreement. Nigeria Benin Republic have no extradition agreement. Allegations against him spurious, untenable, insufficient. That's lawyer. Allegations against Sunday Igboho spurious, untenable and insufficient. Lawyer. Abuja court orders DSS to produce detained aides. Abuja court orders DSS to produce detained aides. Nigeria data to Buhari. Don't sign PIB. Return it to National Assembly for amendment. Niger Delta to Buhari. Don't sign PIB. Return it to National Assembly for amendment. Militants return to creeks. Await further directives. Militants return to creeks. Await further directives. 2023. Rivals pushing consensus candidates to stop Tinubu. 2023. Rivals pushing consensus candidate to stop Tinubu. APC must respect its agreement on zoning. That is Yari speaking. APC must respect its agreement on zoning. Yari speaking. How military aided OPJ. You can read that up on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. I don't need your kickbacks. Buhari tells contractors. I don't need your kickbacks. Buhari tells contractors. Let's move over to the Punch this morning. Beside the masthead, federal government replaces controversial Rugas scheme with new scheme begins camps in 6 states. FG replaces controversial Ruga with new scheme begins camps in 6 states. 15 parties do battle as Lagos LG polls hold in Lagos, Ogun today. 15 parties do battle as LG polls hold in Lagos, Ogun today. PDP senators insist on electronic transmission for 2023. PDP senators insist on electronic transmission for 2023. Main headline on the Punch newspaper this morning: Igboho seeks asylum in Benin Republic, sues Malami DSS. Igboho seeks asylum in Benin Republic, sues Malami DSS. FG delegation in court wants agitator in custody until extradition. FG delegation in court wants agitator in custody until extradition. Abuja court gives DSS 6 days to produce Igboho's aides. Abuja court gives DSS 6 days to produce Igboho's aides. Nigeria's best interest will guide extradition approach. Nigeria's best interest will guide extradition approach. That's from AGF office. PIB, Bayelsa senators attack Dixon. Militants vow fresh attacks. PIB, the Petroleum Industrial Bill. Bayelsa senator attacks Dixon. Militants vow fresh attacks. Policemen killings. Soldiers on alleged revenge mission invade Enugu communities. Youths flee. Soldiers on alleged revenge mission invade Enugu communities. Youths flee. Bandits kidnap 11 Zamfara donates 15 million to slain cops' families. Bandits kidnap 11. Zamfara donates 50 million naira to slain cops' family. China gives Nigeria 470,000 vaccine doses. That's on COVID-19. China gives Nigeria 470,000 vaccine doses. Rains pound Europe, US, China. Houses submerged, cars washed away, over 200 killed. Rains pound Europe, US, China. Houses submerged, cars washed away, over 200 killed. Let's look at the environment. This morning we are having such a silent environment, and I have let's look at what the federal government is saying on the controversial regard with new scheme as it begins camp in 6 states. Let's have Mr. Condem this morning. Good morning, sir. South African, good morning.
Morning.
Today is a holiday. It looks like a holiday. No movement in Lagos State. Yeah.
Okay, good morning, my viewers. Before I go on, I will do my usual traditional way. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, I thank Jehovah God Almighty, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, the God of the Israelites, the God of the Hebrews. I worship him for keeping us alive up to these days. I worship him for keeping all our viewers alive all over the world. I thank him.
Okay.
Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Long live IPOB. Long live ESN. Long live Sunday Bohu. Long live Oduduwa Republic. Long live Amateku. Long live all the people agitating for their freedom in this Babylonian nation called Nigeria. Long live for every one of us in Jesus' name.
Amen. Today we have the local government elections in Lagos and Ogun State. What can you say about local government elections, especially in Lagos?
You see, if you come to anything election in Nigeria, we don't have election in Nigeria. What do you have in Nigeria is selection.
Selection.
Selection is what we have in Nigeria, not election. But today they call it election. But I'm telling you today, what they're going to do is selection. If you look at the headlines, I don't know what is in this paper, you will see where they say one of the dailies that the opposition or other people in APC, other group in APC have produced a conscious candidate to do what? To checkmate Tulumbu.
Yes, it's here.
It's here to checkmate Tulumbu. This to prove to you that there's no election in Nigeria in general. How much more this Lagos state that is one man property, one man business, a cabal to say Lagos, I have put into my pocket. And if you watch it since 2000 and since 1999, from 80 up to this present day, what we have in Lagos state is selection. Go sit down, go sit there in the name of election. So today I don't see that it will be different. But let us watch out. If today will not end up in killing and snatching. Look at everywhere is scanty. A whole Ogba. See how everywhere is scanty. Nobody. All the whole Igbo people close their shop. Everybody go home.
No, you're supposed to exercise your rights.
Exercise your right to vote to who? Who will still marginalize you tomorrow? Both Yoruba, both Igbo, both Hausa. See, even though the people that carry carrot here and cucumber and garlic, that Hausa people, do you see any of them from north? You are going to stand in your house or go and vote for people tomorrow, they will never remember you. Tomorrow they will only take it for their pocket. Tomorrow, if you organize NSACs, now then we send police to come and kill you again. You want to go home and vote for them. Look at today. Government don't know how much they have paralyzed the economy today. But if it's architects that come out to say no, it is what's up, they will send police, go and shoot them. They paralyze the economy. Do you know how much Lagos is losing today? Answers, they say, somebody come and say, do you know how much I lost in toll gate? For that days, they do answers. But today, they don't know how much they will lose in toll gate. Because now it's for them.
No, it's for the people.
Not for the people.
You are choosing your leaders.
They're not choosing their leader. They're choosing their oppressors. They are choosing their oppressors, not their leaders. But the oppressors will be happy because they will be crowned for another 4 years to oppress the people. They are happy because the people will come again to raise their hand for another 4 years to be slapping them. Now today they are not paralyzing Lagos State economy. Today everything is moving fine.
So if there's an election, how do you want it to be carried out?
I don't know. I'm not a politician. I will never be a politician because although politics all over the world, anything politics all over the world is a dirty game. It's not parallel rights. But Nigeria own is worse. Nigeria own is completely out of what we call election or democracy. Even autocracy is far better than Nigeria own. Autocracy is far better than Nigerian democracy. Nigerian democracy is hellfire.
Why do you say so, sir?
Because why I say is hellfire. How can you say you are leading people? People come and vote for you. I will serve you. I will be your servant. And when they vote for you, you turn against them and become bears, become lion, devouring them. Look at hunger in Nigeria. Look, Mr. Chus, let me tell you, very soon, if care is not taken, if God did not intervene, very soon Nigeria will be suffering for kwashiorkor. That's the only thing that is different between now and the Biafran war. That kwashiorkor is the only thing. Forget about you see all these people wearing cloth covering their body. Cloth covers so many things. Clothes cover so many things for Nigerians. They will wear cloth, they will buckle well as I am now. I look fine now. You say, Miss Ogun, is okay. Well, insidely, I'm dying because of the hardship in Nigeria. Very small time now. If God did not intervene, you will see people suffering kwashiorkor. Very small time now. If God is not intervening, you will not have armed robber stealing money, but you have armed robber stealing pot of soup. You'll be boiling your soup outside, or when you turn your back, your pot will miss, your soup will miss. You not see them. Not that they come to kill, but they come to steal, to eat, to live. Very soon to happen. And we say we have leaders. We have people we elected. Elect them for what? For hunger. See Lagos State.
So what should be done if you are not going to come out and elect or cast your vote?
Nothing we done. Nothing. Whether you elect, whether you come out to vote or not to vote, they will still select. They will still select. They will never go back because they don't have repentant heart. They have half of reprobate heart. They have heart of beast. They don't have human being heart. And we say we are doing election. Election who? Which people are we electing? They're doing their own selection. Good luck to them. But let me tell you, if Sunday who come out now to say he will do rally or demonstration or protest to deliver Oduduwa Republic from this contraction Babylonian nation called Nigeria, if the same people you elect to lead you will come and say, Sunday Bohu, stop what you are doing. No, don't close shop. Go for your business. Go do this. Go do that. The same people. But when Fulani herdsmen will come and kill in Yoruba land, they will not talk. All of them will keep like this. We are waiting for 2023 because I want to be president. They will fold their hand. They will not talk. If it's Nnamdi Kanu, call. Sit at home in Southeast now. All the whole Southeast governors, politicians, traditional rulers, that don't be selling Ohanes and Igbo. We come and say, no, don't close your shop. Go. If you are going, carry cutlass. Anybody come to say what did you open your shop? Kill the person. Defend yourself. They will never say no. Stop. Join. Sit at home to liberate yourself from the Fulani that came to invade your land, from the army that came to invade them not so. Those of them will go to Abuja, carry army to come and kill his people in Imo State. But now it's election. Everybody will stay at home. This is the type of people we have in Nigeria, and this type of election we have in Nigeria.
Okay. What are your final thoughts, Mr. Okokundem?
My final thought or saying, as I've been saying it, I don't see any good thing coming from Nigeria tomorrow. Because the people that are there are not don't have a repentant mind. I don't see anything that Nigeria can deliver tomorrow. Nigeria is pregnant, and they will continue to deliver evil. They will continue to deliver corruption. They will continue to deliver massacre. Look at today. Your president is saying, contractors should not bribe me with their kickback. Contractor will not be giving me kickback. I'm not ready for it. But he had been collecting it before. Now he wants to accept himself. So that we can see him as the integrity Buhari, the honest Buhari. But right from time, Buhari is not honest. Right from time, Buhari is not integrity. It was in one section in 1977 to 79 that 2.5 billion lost from his office when he was NNPC, Minister of Petroleum. When he was Minister of Petroleum, 2.5 billion naira. When naira was 75 kobo to $1. You know the Sunday who agitators in Yoruba land. All the people that lack freedom, don't sleep. Keep your eyes open so that you can be able to liberate yourself from this Nigeria. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Oduwa Republic. Long live Oduwa Republic. Long live everyone that love truth and follow the truth. Long live for people that love freedom. We shall get that freedom in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. In that prayer.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. God bless you.
You are looking.
I have to look very well because today I struggle to make sure I come to this place at least to tell the world what is going on today. Today be Saturday. And thank you, my brother who just spoke. Akpara, I supported him 100% because this time around we need to join hands together to fight this monster called Buhari because
True election.
man is not doing well. Whether true election or election, which election? Is election 2019 did not bring him. It was not who won that election. It was Atiku that won that election. Is it because the way they select? Agreed. It did not. It not. Once they say you are the one, everybody follow. So that's the problem. But here in South, we do our election neatly, but when it comes for North, that is the election there. All the one they declare any result. When they say Rankadede, that Rankadede is the one that will win. So not like South. So I want to thank my brother all over the world. Thank you. My name is Lucky. I do not be Lagos. That's my slogan. Thank you very much. Mr. Christian, how are you? How are you doing?
Fine. Let's look at the local government elections today. What do you?
Local government election today.
You can see everywhere there's
Yes. Let me tell you the truth. They have selected their candidate. That was last 3 weeks. The people they are going to declare winner.
Are you saying there's no election?
I'm coming. Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Azam, the brother is the chairman already. He's there. And one of the councillors, they selected. So I don't know, there's no election. This one just keep us for us to just calm down. No election. I just woke up, checked some poly booth. I saw this old woman. The only problem we have in Nigeria is those old women, market women. They bribe them small change. At the end, you see them in a place. So that is it. The only thing is that I pray for this country to be peaceful. Because my reason is that when there is peace, there is hope. When there is no peace, no hope for us to come and talk here. Or we need a better candidate 2023 if Nigeria will still exist. Because the way I'm seeing, everybody is angry, everybody is hungry, everybody is tired. We don't know who is next. But my reason is that I told you I go out and see women lining up, old women. I look at them. And the youth, I thank God for the youth. The youth didn't come out much because they are angry. Even Ogun State, the people have been selected already, which I know. I'll tell you, if not like, go and write it down. Hazam is the winner.
Who?
Hazam, deputy governor's brother. So who know you? I know you. That's how they use in Nigeria. Yeah, I know you. If your brother is there, I should put my brother as a chairman and the councillor. Now. So everybody today, we are all resting in hope, except the old women who they give them curry and rice and all these beans. You see them go out there, you see them, they are lining up. They are the one there in the poly booth. If you go to a poly booth, there are more than 5 or 3 or 4. I'm just coming.
How do you choose your leaders without going for election? How do you make a statement without going out to vote?
1993, that's where Nigeria make a leader. 1993, I remember I voted for Abiola. And that day, when you are Abiola SDBs line up here, Tofa line up here, Abiola line from here to Ikeja, Tofa line, if you can count more than 4, that is election. That is where we choose our leader. Not this one, Tinubu will sit down, Buhari will sit down, they will say, look, this one first. This one will not respect me when time comes. This one will respect me, let's pick this one. By the time they pick that one, they will not come and say, yes, go about Jambori, that is Nigeria for you. How will we change the system? The youth are the one that's supposed to change the system.
Is it not true going out to vote? Vote these people out?
Going out?
To vote them out.
My brother, what of 2019? I remember everybody came out to make sure we change the APC. What happened? The vote be decided in the north, south. Once in the north, they can declare 10 million voter. Are you there to argue with them? No, that's the question. But in my word, I know those who vote. Those who vote under APC and PDP. We can count them and get the full result. But when the result from north come, you know how many they will give you. That's why they always check. That's why they always when they want to read result, they always carry result from the south first. Before they start, they know what PDP get in south. They know what APC get in south. When they know that they want APC to win, they will now go to Kano, say Kano, 3 billion, boah, to APC. So that is how. So Nigeria is not moving forward. We are going back. So the man leading us, I don't blame Buhari. I blame Tinubu, who deceived the South and said this man is a messiah. This man is an honest. This man is not corrupt. But under him now, the man is shouting that please, just how many more to remain for him to go? How many years? He said, I don't want check. Don't give me check. Just contractor. Since you enter, are you be shouting something like that? Not. He has not be saying that. Now because I want to put it. Which integrity when people are hungry? When billions, trillions, you are borrowing from China. We already China's son. Very soon China will come and buy the whole everywhere already. Go to railway, go to airport. Every sector you see China. I told you I worked with China before. China are so wicked like Buhari. So he brought those wicked people. So that is why Abacha dropped China and India. When Abacha was there, he only used Lebanese Agori. I could remember that time. So this time we are now Buhari and Osibanjo. Even the worst one, Osibanjo, cannot talk. Look at Ogun Road, the whole vice president. I could remember when Jonathan was there. Every command, police command, you see an Igbo man here, see Yoruba man here, you see Hausa man here, he divided. But go to command under Buhari, everywhere, DPO, commander, everywhere Hausa people. But these people are not talking. They only know how to pursue Moro and the Kalu uncle. Kalu, they went and put Kalu. They let me tell you, some of your brothers supported him. Even Moro escaped. Whether he escaped from water from DC, it was the agent, one of his brothers, who opened the whole thing. So I'm happy that Bo is in Benin Republic.
Yes.
Benin Republic should make sure.
Benin court to FG provide
Yes.
evidence against the
I saw it. I saw it in newspaper this morning. Yes, I pray. Benin they have the president. I know that president. Sometimes he doesn't listen to our president. I could remember when our government closed border. I see how the Benin Republic reacted. So I love let this sort of Igbo to serve in Nigeria here. It should remain Benin or travel to Germany, not coming to Nigeria, because our people here, Nigeria here, our justice is still one way sided through the pity of the president. Because the president put the check. You say election, the INEC chairman is being selected by president. The judge is being selected by president. How you go to get justice? The SAT will not get justice. You should know. The SAT will not get justice. That's why I'm happy that Buho was arrested in Cotonou. I believe Cotonou do justice. Now Cotonou is asking Nigeria government provide the evidence for them to nail Ibuho. You can see now. Let them provide evidence if they can get evidence. So everybody has right to say agitation. Everybody has right. Both have right. I've not seen what both commit. But somebody must lead. Somebody must lead. We can't just stay like we are slaves. I was thinking Buhari is coming to liberate, so I didn't know Buhari is coming to cage us. We are in cage. We are hungry. We are not even asking government to do road for us. All we know is that give us light, give us water, give us food. But now, this man is not providing anything. Now he's praising himself every day. Praising himself every day. Are you the one that will praise yourself? It's the people that will praise you that this man done well, this man done well. Today, people are saying, Yaradua done well. People are saying, good luck done well. People are saying, this man, you bring corruption, highest corruption, you bring bandit, you bring so many things that a man cannot go out, a farmer cannot go out. So we are in problem, my brother. Is there another thing again?
Don't sign PIB, return it to National Assembly for amendments because militants are ready to return to the creeks.
You see, Oba Atokpa is I don't know be Lagos, I don't know be Nigeria. My brother, that's why I love my people. All these Nigerian data people, they don't take nonsense like the Southwest. They don't take nonsense. When they send that message, they will go that message. Now, it's a warning. What is 3%? Go to Abuja. See the way, my brother, imagine breaking rock, putting rock in the rock. And look at Niger Delta. They can't do Niger Delta. That is where the wet is coming from. They should make it even 10%, not even 5%. Or let the state go and manage their resources. Let the Southwest manage their resources. Let the South manage their resources. Let the Southeast manage their resources. Let the North face the groundnut and the cow. Then let's see. Give Nigeria 4 years. You see things will change. Instead of 3%. What is 3% going to do? That 3%, before you know, they will use it for politicians. They will use it to campaign. Nothing will be on the common man. So I believe that 5% should be okay. Or let them take their 5%. Let them bring beggar the way they build Abuja. Go to the south and make sure everything direction. Let them do it. So that 3%, otherwise we won't see anything. By the time Akpabio and the minister, the governor sat down in that 3%, the people will not send it to it. So that is it. 3% they should not sign it. They should, the militant should send them message, and that's the message they are sending. I know Buhari already hear that. Nigeria government
Buhari signing that bill.
Whether he's signing, not signing, I talked about point. They won't agree. They won't agree. They will send message. They have sent message to him. I remember last week they sent a message. Buhari was begging them.
Last 2 weeks.
Yes, 2 weeks. He was begging. They said, please take it easy. Please take it easy. Not so. We are going to do your bidding. Now, you should do it now. I trust our point. Let me tell you, I like Nigerian data board because they are angry. When they say, I'm going to do, they will do it. So I am one of them. I love her from that place. I'm proud of Nigerian data. I'm proud of Edo. Before I say one Nigeria, but when I see how this man is going, I saw I'm alone. I have to join them. That is it. You can't be one Nigeria. You are dying. You cannot even treat yourself. Can't treat malaria. You can't buy food. Do you know how bag of rice? Do you know a yam? And the man is boasting that I have given billion to farmers. The farmer came out and said, we have not received anything. We are not aware. He said disgrace to this government. It's a shame to them. So that's why you see, Igbo, yes, you see, let me tell you, Igbo, I love them. Look at one man. Look how much he spent. It's not a 419. It's not a cortex, but he make the money. We have billions of people who have that money. So Nigeria, the northern, they are just fooling themselves. That's my problem is that the way that man did that burial, let other Igbo people come bring that money, help the South. Then let's forget about the North. What are we getting? What are we getting in the North? They are the one getting for us. Let's pull out, not for them out. Not for fight. Let's do this. Like I like that man. The man did not go to Abuja to go and do that burial. He went to the village, hope, and showed the people that Igbo, they have the money. We have billions of them. I pray all these people who are investing in Lagos, investing in every Igbo people, they should take that investment home. Then that is where all this language we hear from the leader of Yorubas and the leader of the North that Nigeria is no longer business to them. I'm telling you, I'm so angry this morning. I want to sort how the man is spending people, help 300 people in the community. It's easy. Why can't our government do the same thing? You see, like Mohammed be making noise in Abuja there. Let him come home. He has a problem for Kwara. So, God, see, let me tell you, God will punish those who suffer the poor in Nigeria here. God will punish those who got bandits, who are paying bandits, who are encouraging them. Arresting those who are trying to make Nigeria better. I believe you have been killing the Yoruba people. Now, the one person get up and react. Now they are pushing that person. And I expect the leaders of Yorubas to support the Igbo. Let the leader of Ohanese support Kalu. You see, the Northerner has nowhere to go.
Okay. Let's look at rivals pushing consensus candidates to stop Tinubu 2023.
That's why since
are you saying that the consensus will not favor Tinubu in APC?
You see, for 3 weeks now, Tinubu has not been talking because of the statement Buhari made when he came to Lagos. You can't start in body law, or you can't start in Lagos as if for zona. No, that whatever Nigeria choose, whatever he choose. I know he's trying to look for someone that will protect him when he leave. If he's leaving, no. That's what I mean. Somebody will protect him. But what I heard is that they are trying to lure Jonathan to APC so that they can give you the mandate that they love Jonathan. If they bring Jonathan, they need somebody that will be able to bring this country back the way the country is. Because Buhari came and divide husband and wife, and divide father, divide children. Now, father don't longer give the children what they need. Children don't longer respect their father and their mother because of Buhari, what he brought to Nigeria. So all we need is that, what I'm saying is that Tinubu should go and sit down and be a godfather, not say he want to become a president. We don't need analog people again. We want to move forward. So he should go and rest, because if you look at him, he's old. He's very old. I'm not saying we need a president that will be able to sit down and press computer, not get this man come and press computer. No, I'm not saying we want to move forward the way America move forward. If you look at American president, they will say American president is old. Look at the American system. For years they have been there. Just press. Just press, everything will be okay. But not all these analog people who will tell Malami to go and do another thing. We need a president, a young president. But if all I believe that let every South not go and manage their resources, pay 10% to federal government, not bringing these old men to come and control us again. Otherwise, the youth should get up and resist and no for these old men who are traveling. Let me tell you, nobody knows tomorrow. I told them, most of these old men who are coming for 2023, they don't know tomorrow. Well, they know where they're going to die tomorrow. Where people are dying everywhere. Please, my own is that let Tinubu go and sit down. Let's look for another candidate, not even PDP, not APC. Somebody that will just come and make this better for us. We have the money. We have everything to change this country. Just 4 years, my brother. Have you seen what Buhari have collected for law? I believe before he get out again, still go to one more law. We're in trouble.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lucky.
Thank you.
That's a wonderful one.
Thank you. There you go.
I have Mr. Raphael. Good morning, Mr.
Yeah,
Raphael.
good morning, Mr. Chuku.
Everywhere is deserted.
Everywhere is
You
deserted
came here
because
this morning
each
and
and
said,
every time Nigerians want to vote back all these thieves to their office where they loot money with biro, we experience this kind of human traffic drought.
wow.
There will be no movement everywhere, the whole vicinity. Vehicular traffic, you won't see any. Human traffic, you won't see any. The whole streets of Lagos and other states will be deserted each and every time they do election in Nigeria. Is it by force to vote? Why must they restrict movement? If they know they are doing the right thing, they are not going to commit election crime, everybody should be going his normal businesses. At least in America, everybody do go their normal businesses while voting online, while voting at filling stations, supermarkets. It is your right to vote. It is a franchise for everybody. So you don't gonna force people to vote. It is not by force. That's why I'm telling you that they are trying to do their normal business. Rigging,
Which is
rigging. After rigging, quarters, looting. What again? Bad governance everywhere. They won't give you the right governance that democratic society is opted for.
what's the relationship of the electorate and the person elected?
So much more relationship there is. Let me tell you, someone that you've elected into the office is your servant. It's gonna be there with humility. It's gonna be there with benevolence. You show heart of benevolence because they are the one that put you back to the office. You are not gonna alienate. You're gonna stay, distance yourself from your electorate. The people that elected you are your best friends. So I don't see it, this kind of thing, happening in Nigeria. What we have each and every time we have election is just everywhere deserted, no movement. People will lose money. Look at Igbo man, our business will shut our chops, and nobody's gonna pay 10 kobo. How much are you going to pay these traders? They lose a lot of money today. Lagos, entire Lagos, across Lagos. Are you going to pay Igbo man back his money? Why issuing this kind of order that there should be no movement? People should not go to their.
We have the houses.
Oga, the most no. Majority carries the vote. Traders are Igbos. Igbos are not interested in anything politics in Nigeria. You want me to digress again? Selling, buying, commerce is what Igbo man is known for. Let's leave Yoruba. Yoruba is our brother. This place is their home. They are into partisan, politics. Igbo man is not joining them. You can see all over the positions in Lagos. Igbo man is just not up to 1.00% partakers in the polity of Lagos. So what are you telling me? We are traders. We are into buying and selling. So I don't see the reason why they should tell us to lock our shops. Everywhere. Ikeja, Ojodu, Ogba, Ijegun, Ikotu, Egbeda. No Igbo man has come out today to sell his goods. Are you going to pay them? They have their various families they are fending for. So what kind of injustice is this? To me, it is perpetration of injustice again on Igbo man. Why? Everybody should go their normal duties. To elect is not by force. I think you understand me. Nobody can give you order. You must go and elect. You must go and vote. You must go and elect chairmen and you must go and vote. You shouldn't be do or die thing. It shouldn't be a do or die affair. Do you understand? It's something that is is personal. Do you understand? Thank you. To vote is a personal thing. If you like, you go. If you don't like, you sit put. You sit down at home.
Okay, let's
I think you understand.
Beninese to court to FG provide evidence against Igboho.
Beninese, they are doing the right thing. I told you, some 2 days ago that they are not going to extradite Igboho to Nigeria. I said it on and on.
They say
because
yesterday you had fear that there was a falsification of
a passport,
but it was
immigration
debunked.
passport. It was debunked, I think, later. Yes, I think they have done the normal thing because Benin Republic is Yoruba. Yoruba is Benin Republic. Yes, I just say ancestral background of the Yorubas and the Benin Republic, Italy's together. I think you understand. So if they debunk the passport allegation, it's all right. It's a welcome idea. I like that. So now, federal government of Nigeria has no right over Igboho's extradition. Should be the decision of the Beninese government should, know whether they will do the illegal thing that Nigeria is known for, or whether they should face the legal thing, the way they do things in orderly manner in the Republic of Benin. So I'm telling you, game up for Nigerians, game up for Abubakar Malami. Igboho is now cooling it off in Benin Republic. I think they're going to give him even political asylum. Igboho is going to be enjoying himself in Benin Republic. Benin Republic, justice over there is working.
Okay.
I think understand. There's no unavailability of justice and equity in the public. Damn it, justice, their system, legal system is working there. International jurisprudence is working there. Jurisprudential, that is, thank you, jurisprudence, that is ideology of law, philosophy of law is working over there. Internationally, law is very, very obtainable, practicable in Benin Republic. It is no more Fulani law. It is no more Buhari's ideology. Sharia ideology is not working in Benin Republic. Their law is working for them. So Igboho is going to be enjoying himself.
Are you saying that the government can't provide evidence?
No evidence. These people are Jesus. Nigerian government that's full of scarawags. Nigerian government provide which evidence? Nigerian government that is full of true Chinas. These guys to provide evidence. What evidence? Does evidence work in Nigeria? Does court work? Do they follow law in Nigeria? Nigeria is full of lawlessness. No. They should provide evidence. Evidence is so much glaring and revealing that DSS invaded Igboho's house. They killed and maimed there. So they are the one that should pay ransom to Igboho. I'm telling you, law is not working here. What are you talking about? Man, game up with Fulani oligarchy, game up with Buhari and his Fulani kinsmen that are ruling Nigerians as if we are his housewife. I'm telling you, law, the way law and regulations, the way the constitution of Benin Republic is, you can't bend it. Our constitution here in Nigeria is flexible, is malleable. You can't bend it. So Igboho is not coming here. Igboho is going to be cooling it off in Benin Republic. I'm just speaking another tongue today because of what? I'm happy. They have let him off the hook of immigration passport scam. So this time around, Igboho, oh my God, he's enjoying himself over there. He's not coming here. I'm telling you this.
Malami, AGF office, Nigeria's best interest will guide extradition.
That is not for Fulani now. That place is Benin Republic is.
Sanction.
Yeah. No. Look, let me tell you. Could be that Igboho was abducted the way Nnamdi Kanu was abducted. Benin Republic and Nigeria should have put one leg in a trousers now, one leg in a trouser. You understand? So, but the Igboho was arrested, according to information, by some agents. You understand? The agents that worked for his arrest, they are what? Being put to shame. They have kissed the dust. God has shamed them because the legal system over there is working. I think you understand what I'm saying. Extradition order cannot work because that is another jurisdiction. International jurisdiction. Listen, the Republic of Benin is in another geography entirely geographically. You understand, of West Africa. Nigeria, we have our own landmarks here. There is an international border there. The law that is applicable there is theirs. The one that is applicable here, Kangaroo law, Sharia law, is ours. Whatever Malami is saying here, he must not be in a haste to forget or to remember that Benin Republic is not Abuja, it's not Zamfara, it's not Anambra, it's not Imo State, it's not Abia State, it's not Lagos State. He is an AGF, Attorney General of the Federation of a place called Zoological Nigeria. So what are you telling me? Igboho should stay put there. Nobody should extradite him unless the laws there say so. But the laws in Benin Republic doesn't say so. The law in Benin Republic should respect the Beninois. The law in Nigeria should have respected Nigerians, but no way because Fulani men are in control.
I came across this. Nigeria, Benin Republic have no extradition agreement.
Extradition agreement? Well, if that were well, I don't know that one. But all I know is that I'm speaking from my knowledge that if Igbowo is found culpable, if Igbowo violated any law in Benin Republic, violated or contravened their constitution over there, they should extradite him. She understand? To be punished in Nigeria. If such acts, if such contravention was performed here, but if we contravene it in Benin soil, Beninois, Republic of Benin soil, he should be punished there. So, Oga, whether they have agreement of extradition or whether they don't have, I ask you a question: did Igbowo commit crime? When somebody is fighting for self-determination, when somebody is agitating for what? His nation. He want to change Yorubas, their nationalities, right? Their nationality right is questionable as I'm talking to you now because Yoruba man has turned to second caste citizen. Let me not use class, as it is done in India. Second caste citizen to the Fulani. Fulani has tamed the Yoruba man, often killed and maimed in their farms, raped their women at random. Anytime they want, they just climb their women and rape them in the bush. So you don't expect Yoruba man to relax, so that Fulani will be raping and maiming and killing farmers in the farmland. So that Fulani will be coming to Lagos and wear cutlass at us. Didn't you see what happened the other day? Fulani man carried dagger and that guy, a policeman, scattered his hand. The policeman was bleeding profusely, bleeding. Well, the police has no option than to do what? Their normal business. Happy trigger, policemen, gunned down two Fulani men with their bag impounded till date, and no one could trace how that matter has gone. What happens is that when we had a gunshot at Oba area, everybody is scampered for safety. We scampered for safety that early in the morning for safety, but to follow the case up, we could no longer because Federal Republic of Nigeria, they do whatever they want. They are above the law. Fulani is selfish. They are so clannish and ferocious. Fulani is bloody. They are so much sunk down in this their religious ideology that they can do anything. Anything, because Nigeria belongs to them. A Fulani man from Nigeria will tell you in Nigeria, this is my land. Because who told him? Osman Dan Fodio, the jihadist. A man that killed and maimed across the northeast and northwest and northern Nigeria in 18th centuries. He all of a sudden migrated anyway, emerged. That means the word emerged with his militants from Futajelo Highland. He marched towards this side, Eastern Africa. On the north there, from Sahel, he invaded Kano, Sokoto, everywhere, northern Kaduna. He killed and maimed people on the way coming down to Mid-Belt to cross the east. He was blocked and intercepted by Atta of Igala and his own militants. They beheaded him. That's why you find out that Islam could not go across, or we could not come across Benue, River Benue. It stopped there. As for me, I'm an Igbo man. We don't know anything about Ottoman Dan Fodio because if he did try it, we will use his meat as pepper soup.
Finally, Niger Delta wants Buhari not to sign the PIB because it will make them return to the creeks.
Whether they sign,
expect the president to
a president,
pressure.
It won't bow to pressure because if you are talking about the former Buhari, the living Buhari, he would have bowed to pressure. But this one now, there are many people that are playing Buhari, and additional with the number of cabals that are involved in the running of the office of the presidency there, he might not bow to pressure. You have cabals, somebody like El-Rufai, Abubakar Malami, Yerima Shetima, Tanko Ibrahim Tanko, many of them, even Kele Kiari, what is the name of that man? Mele Kiari, Gambari, Lai Mohammed, all these are the people running the office of the president. They are the ones who are in charge of at Asurok. So, pressure is something I know that is very, very dangerous when you play pressure on one person. That person could do what? Succumb. Like an Igbo adage says that if you cook food, if a group of people prepare food for one man, he won't eat it finish. Sure, understand? But if one man prepare for a group of people, they will do what? They will devour it. They will not only eat it, but they will devour the food. Sure, understand? So Buhari are talking about is being played by a great number of people, group of people. So they might not succumb to pressure. But my advice to the Niger Delta militant is, what signing are you talking about? That land belongs to you. Fight for what is yours. You can't pally, you can't befriend, you can't align yourself with Fulani ideology, Fulani people. Their sense of understanding is just bent on suppressing and pressing other tribes down. Fight for what is yours in the southern Nigeria. Fight for what is yours in the river states, Imo State, Abia State, Akwa Ibom State, Cross River, Niger Delta. It cuts across southern Nigeria. Fight for what is yours. Stop asking Kofi government to sign, to give me host communities 5%, 30%. Take your oil. It is your natural endowment, blessings from God. That black gold over there is for everyone, each and every one of us. Of course, I'm from southern Nigeria. We are all one. Niger Delta militants, the one in Creek, the one on the hinterland, join forces together. Make sure that you collect the percentage that is due for you. But if that's not possible, what else do you do? Trigger of the bombardment of NNPC, oil installation, and all those foreign oil companies that are suppressing the host communities, treating them as if they are animals. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Mr. Raphael. Wonderful, Mr. Raphael. Okay, as we are still here, I believe the elections have not really commenced, but people are still working on their way to cast their vote. We have people that are also commenting, but before I go to our viewers, I have Mr. Samuel this morning.
Good morning, viewers at home. Good morning, everybody.
The whole everywhere is dry.
Yes, I learned we have a selective so-called election. Sorry, they said there's an election.
Are we supposed to be at home? Is it supposed to be a sit-at-home kind of exercise?
Well, in Nigeria, that is how election is done. We need to sit at home in order for election to hold, which ordinarily you see people. There are people that if they don't go out for that day, maybe from the making of the 100 naira or 500 naira or probably 1,000 naira, that is what they will feed on for that day. So that's why you're seeing people directly and indirectly, they are still scattered movement. Like I was listening to a bike guy saying that there's task force that is arresting people, but he doesn't have money. The guy was parking right there that he just needs to hustle. He was talking to another bike man. So that's the nation we find ourselves. Whose leadership is quick to declare public holiday, to conduct a jamboree of which you know who will be declared as the winner in the end of the day.
Are you going to predict?
No, I've said that yesterday. I've said it yesterday on this platform. We have the so-called voters card, and as soon as I leave here, now this is the problem. Where I live is far from Ikeja, so that was where I registered as I got my voters card. And the rule says you cannot vote aside where you reside. 70% of the people who stayed here were not able to go back to where they live because most people, because of the systemic kind of job we get in Nigeria, you can't reside majorly in where you registered to get your voters card. Sometimes the area you reside might not be able to give you the voters card early. You need to travel to another place to get the voters card and come back because you might be using it for some other purposes in banking and other things. So now if you're not going electronically, at every point in time you need to vote, you are like traveling miles away because you need to be close to the location where you registered, because it is manual. They need to see the paper and your big face. If there's pimples on your nose when you snap the picture. So What that simply means is that 70% of those who are staying here cannot vote as a result of so many of these factors. So the only people who are residing here, who the system has captivated with poverty, and they more or less know who is who will come out to vote. You can almost predict that almost in every part of the country because they reside there. Even those who probably come to work and do some other thing reside, they don't even collect their voters card originally from that very area. So when I see people go and say, go and get your PVC, go and get your PVC, they don't understand the reality of getting the PVC itself. Because 70% of the Nigerian population with the PVC only got the PVC in location where they cannot vote. So some people get the PVC as a result of the fact that it's closer to their work. Immediately it's close to the election period where there will be no movement. They will be in their house. So when you now check the reality of what will happen in the process of getting the PVC and in the process of voting, there are two different disconnects. So when I read people don't understand what is going on in the country. Some who understand are in the comfort of their own, typing what is not realistic to what is happening to the Nigerian masses. So there is nothing about getting your PVC to solve a systemic. See, APC will win the whole local government. Just forget about it. No, maybe in 1 or 2, they do their election out of the 20 or 21 local government. They have LCDAs, which is Local Council Developmental Association. So maybe about the 40-something LCDAs where election we hold. You can now have like 2 or 3, may no be like so no give now. As a result of there's negotiation, no? Even in where PDP will win, the PDP later will come to APC. We know the scope. So there's negotiation in between. Opposition won in about 3 or 4 local government. We understand. So, but after a year or after 6 months, they will come back. So it's a scope that there is really nothing coming forth good in this system. So don't bother yourself. So there's a system, they've started sharing the rice and the malt because there's a systemic poverty. So the poverty was used as, somebody told me that if you don't collect the money, they get to power. What will change?
So what do you
if you collect the money, they get to power. What will change? So irrespective of the fact that you don't collect or you collect, there's a systemic enshrined pattern of what will happen. Is irrespective of the fact. Some people will sit there and be typing, youth, go out, go challenge them. Nobody gives power. I just look at some of them, they should come out, they will die that day. You and I we were in Ojota during the protest for July 3. The police just came out from everywhere. Even somebody that was coming back from work, the guy with school bag was just. And the guy was they close from work. See my ID card, this is my school bag. Oh guy, they picked the guy close to the total filling station in Ojota. I had to go and run with Flip TV logo and the microphone, a journalist. So you know somebody says, so people don't even understand that even coming out here is risk. But you that you are doing this, in fact you can go and just power unknown government. So the point still remains that people like us and some people who are even trying to even do this journalism need a special award in this part of the world. And the likes of Flip TV should be applauded so well. And even those, irrespective of their financial status or economic status, who find time with the menial job and still come out and even express their view. Somebody has called me that, why are you talking? They will just give you anger, nothing will happen, which is the truth. It's a heavy risk. So when you see a system that was structured to fail, there is really nothing humanly. People who sit there and say, Sunday go, that's okay, when you don't shout for agitation, you shout for a policy to be scrapped or changed peacefully, like the answers. What happened?
They killed them.
So when you now go the way of Sunday, what happens? They arrest him. But when the Boko Haram went those kind of way that they went with it, what happened? Army is begging. So in those 3 analogies I've given now, which one is more rational that the government obeys? We are talking as I'm a realist. I don't belong to this assumption school of thought. I talk on issues based on the realistic point of view and also check international standard. Because of this on Igbo, I have to start calling and getting articles. I have to buy one online, although after buying that was virtually all I had. But I have to buy to read the systemic pattern of how to get some things done in Benin Republic. Before you get your international passport, you would have gotten your national identity card. So with your national identity card, one number, they would have known who you are. But in Nigeria, you register for national identity card differently, you register for international passport differently, you register for driver's license different amount, different you NIN differently, BVN differently. So they will frustrate and you will queue, you will. So then you now check, as small as that system is, because of the smallness of their quantity, they have been able to do some things much more rational than the bigness of an empty gorodome. I can Toby for nothing. So you now see that is a logical argument that when you streamline our governance system to maybe regionalism, we will still be one Nigeria, if that is what some people are clamoring for. It will work better, and evidence has shown that that has worked better. Some people find it difficult to obey the voice of reason. When you now say that, okay, if you don't agree that one, let's go our different ways. Maybe some people still find it. So now the question is, are we still going to remain in this parochial setup in order to pretend that there is one good thing about this one big Nigerianness? No. And the point is, it is not going to solve the agitation that have started before 1960, within the 60s, 70s, and is existing to 2021. So that is why when people clamor for restructuring, devolution of power for local government autonomy, people clamor for state policing, not because those people hate one Nigeria. They are saying that in this oneness, let us bring down something so that the dividends of democracy can get close to the people. When I had to go and start reading about the political system and how, as small as Benin is, they are getting so many policies right than Nigeria. They might not have the oil and have the big airport and the population. You see, you have so many big population. In is about 1 point something billion. And yet that does not translate to make it the best economy in the world. So what's the population of China? So you have smaller nations who are more organized in security, education, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of policing, in terms better than the bigness. So it has shown that the bigness sometimes can be to be useless. We have so many big families in Nigeria that you cannot have one graduate. They have 20 children, 15 just born everywhere. So it's not about the bigness. You look, what have you been able to? People, Nigerians are running to South Africa. Are we supposed to be running to South Africa? Not because South Africa is a perfect society, but because within their impact, they've been able to the normal and start getting some things right. So in comparison to they provide, that is what we've been debating. If we don't talk about cow, from this administration, we don't talk about cow. I've told you, they will tell you how drove away the snakes swallowed that is, of which Hello? Hello? Hello, 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 hello,
No, no. You know,
hello,
open am.
hello, 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 hello. The National Assembly at the point was there is no concrete policy. Who develop policies that would a better policing system? There is no concrete efforts to address key issues of agitation, whereby every part of the country will be integrated to the one big Nigerian hood. There is no concrete efforts to fix the educational sector. There is no concrete effort or policies to drive home SMEs. There is no stable power supply. There is no pipe-borne water. The labor laws are weak. So when you check all facets of human endeavors, that even if you want to use, say, 200,000 or 500,000 to run a mini business, you want to be a good citizen, don't want to go the legitimate way, is either you get a shop, you're not able to pay the rent, or one agbero or tax force will come and close the shop one day, or probably there won't be power supply for you to just cope with the business, or probably.
That means he has so many
So the problems are so multifaceted. While we have an elite conspiracy based on religion, ethnicity, lack of political will by the leadership of the country to face realistic situation and address these issues. I was listening to Shane Wakimbaloye of Channels TV yesterday in the process of deliberating on the reply of the federal government to say publicly that Nigerians have been using Twitter. So you see people in their old age coming out to lie. And you see people also saying it's integrity. They have integrity. Then I ask myself, what is integrity? So you lose hope. Like, we're not having people of truth at any point in time. In the history of Nigeria, we've never had truthful people. If we have 100 Nigerian politicians from 90s, we've never had 20 that are truthful, irrespective of what will happen, to stand their ground and say it and damn the consequences. So when you evaluate all governmental actions from 1960, less than 10% or 20% have been on the basis of fairness, truth, equity, and justice, without fear or favor, not using religionism, divide and rule, corruption, and greediness. I was listening to F. Young, my brother. I give it to him in Ibege. He was the one that took the federal government to court. I wish I had money. I would have taken them to court. Let's go and test the logic of their action. And as a lawyer, I know very soon I'm going to meet with him on a personal ground. He asked Buala, the defender of the government, I am wondering if their children come up to see the actions of what their fathers stood for. It is a pity that we've had so many families who have produced parents who have stood in public space to lie and disgrace themselves and that of their children. It is a pity that we have those kind of people who are people as relation, as tribe men, who will openly still come and applaud those kind of people. Instead of addressing the key issue the young man raised and the double standard and lies of the government, he was busy parabolating on how the government, Twitter, in the United Kingdom, some people talk as if they are the most intelligent people. Twitter, and F. Young in Ibia now said, Twitter, the government now discovered that Twitter is not paying tax. After the same government have been using Twitter with the presidency having a verified handle on Twitter. So you are saying the presidency did not uphold the principle of the oath of office by doing the needful. As and when it came in from 2015, not until 2021, you now remembered from your slumber that Twitter did not have office in Nigeria. Because you tweeted something that was not against the community rule and it was brought down. The presidency, the vice presidency all have verified handle. The Ministry of Information and Culture verified handle. The Nigerian Police, the SSS, the DS, all of them have verified handle. Almost all ministries have verified handle. Have they been using it to pass information to the Nigerian people? All those times they sleep. They know say Twitter and they know they pay tax. They know say Twitter no they incite crimes for other part of the country. So Buala in public space was now giving justification. I'm wondering how his children and his family members will be happy listening to him talk on a subject of conversation that he shouldn't even talk. Even if you are a member of the government, there are things that when you can't defend, you keep quiet. It's better than keeping quiet.
Lose your job.
No, it's not. Has Oshibajo said anything in some of these issues? Has he lost his job? No, I'm asking you. Because by saying you make mockery of your children and yourself. Because people will not say anything. People will just look at you. Mr. Buala, they will look at you. They won't say anything. So deep down, even your children and your family members, they will just look at them. Well done. They won't say that you're not saying anything. Well done. So things will happen after now. I'm saying it for future reference. That the kind of Buala and his relations, we want to talk. Then people will not tell them that have you forgotten what your brother, your cousin, your auntie, your brother said sometimes they go on this subject of conversation. So you are having, I beg go and see. So it is not because of this administration. There are some precedents that will only give the next administration the audacity of wrongdoing. That is where I'm even coming from. Not because of this time. Because some action will only stay for future reference, which is the only thing the Nigerian government is only good at. Were you all dead when Buhari banded Twitter? Did the country divide? Were you dead when they arrested Nnamdi Kanu and brought him to Kenya? Were you dead when the court said they should release Dasuki? Did you see anything? So instead of supporting, because the Nigerian government, the black man, only knows how to copy bad things. You can quickly talk about China ban Twitter. You did not talk about the infrastructure China has done to China. You did not talk about the economic, the numbers of people China brought out of poverty in less than 10 years. So you will pick the one that will favor you, especially the bad ones. You will use it as a point of reference. You are now talking as if you're talking to people who are not sound in mind. So instead of you to look at the holistic structure, in as much as you want to ban Twitter, engage yourself in also engaging in the technocratic ability of pulling that numbers out of poverty. I will clap for you that in as much as you ban Twitter, you are fair by also employing other areas of technological development, SME, power supply. Do you know how China has improved over the years? And now you can't say China is the third world country, is competing on the world hierarchy. So it's a pity those are the kind of people we have. So if you look at the airlines, irrespective of any submission.
It's telling Buhari not to sign the PIB bill. If not, they'll go back to the creeps.
No, there's no need. The only thing they understand, Niger Delta is speaking to Buhari in the language you understand. Just like how Boko Haram always speak to them in the language. So that's why they have to be begging Boko Haram. The army spokesperson was begging Boko Haram. You know, it was on the media. So that is the language they understand. When Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu were serious, they will speak to the language the government understand. The government will listen. If the youth are serious, we are not serious yet. The answers jamboree we did, we will speak to the language they understand. And by then, I was reading a headline by, I think it was a boss of former DSS that says, they are, because of Sunday Igboho, they are pushing the southern youth to emulate the pattern of the northeasterners. That is the only language in Nigerian political class I've ever understood. So it is a common sense. In fact, in politics, violence, according to Niccolo Machiavelli, he said, and I quote, that politics come about as a resolution of conflict. Why you read Art of War by Sun Tzu, he said in one of his theoretical underpinnings that most times violence is the only solution for justice. I am sure that maybe in the Arab by now, if some of the approach of what has happened did not happen, you wouldn't have even seen some of the action that the government is trying to do to settle some of those places. That is why in the Niger Delta, the approach of the government is different. We saw it now. When the government was replying them, when they said they will go back, and instantly the minister of Niger Delta, he quickly went to, that is the government, the language, they understand. Summarily, if the country want to move forward, let us be truthful in doing justice to all ethnic groups and to all situations and be factual in our land. If not so, the will, if it is the will of God that Nigeria will stay together, God should add in the heart of the leaders. Let them continue in what they are doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. I have Mr. Matthew.
Thank you very much.
Happy holiday. Happy stay at home.
Thank you. Happy holiday to you too. Okay.
The streets are dry because there's a local government election today. So how was your take on local government election going on in Lagos and Ogun State?
Okay, the street being dried is a function of people obeying the law of the land. By our standard, no matter how you look at it, God enjoins us to obey the order of government, ethnic government. Having said that, looking at the local government election holding in Lagos and Ogun State today, for me, in Nigeria generally speaking, there's nothing like local government election.
What will you call it?
What you see is appointments. Because go and check all the PDP control states. Check all the APC control states. Check like Abga, Anambra State. See whether you see a state controlled by PDP and you see an APC chairmanship candidate winning in a general election in the state. On the other hand, check all APC control states. See whether you see a situation where you see a PDP chairmanship candidate or even a councillor winning an elected position. You cannot see it. We have even seen a situation where even the governor of Ogun State threaten aspirants of APC who perhaps lost in the primary election, that anyone that go to court and refuse to withdraw the case from court, that the person will be expelled from the party. So what we have at this level of governance is tyranny, not democracy. They are doing the election in Lagos and Ogun. After the election, go through the results. You will see whether there's any area where opposition registers substantive sources. The result you are going to see at the end of the day may be actually true reflection of the vote cast. Because opposition will not waste time to start campaigning, because they know that even if they campaign and even if they are popular, they are not likely to have their way. I will tell you something. Look at Obanikoro, the son. When Obanikoro was in PDP, the son contested an election in his local government. The election was adjudged to be free and fair, and by our standard, they called result in almost every other part of the state, with the exclusion of that local government. Before you knew it, they gave it to APC. The son of Obanikoro's son, who could not win a local government election under PDP, when he defected to APC, as we speak, he is a rep member under the platform of APC. Is that democracy? We are not practicing democracy.
Now, from all you have said,
and again,
okay,
that led credence and support to people who say that if you divulge power to the states, they will abuse it. Because we have seen instances where, as you can see now, where the respective state electoral bodies do not allow the independence, or will not see the reflection of their independence in the conduct of the local government elections. That is why an opposition cannot win. The same way and manner we accuse federal government of muzzling everybody, stifling everywhere, using the federal might, using all the federal military agencies to determine against all odds, against all democratic principles and practice who will win an election. The same way and manner the people at the state level are abusing that power continuously. They have grossly abused it. So for me, what is happening in Lagos, in Ogun, is just a selection of some persons for the purpose of doing local government election. The same way we witness it in Rivers State, the same way we witness in Enugu State, the same way we witness in Delta State. They are all different. We are not here right for democracy. We are not practicing democracy.
all you have said, what you are saying that votes don't count in Nigeria.
There's nothing like you are. If you understand what I'm saying, the reflection of vote, like as I said, the result that they will turn out may actually be the reflection of the vote cast. The reason is not far-fetched because the opposition in these two states
manipulated the votes.
The opposition to the ruling party in these two states will not waste time. They will not dissipate their energy on campaign because they know that at the end of even if they campaign, even if they are popular in a particular local government in a particular ward, they will not give them the mandates. So it will be like an effort in futility, a wasted resources, a wasted time. If they start wasting, if they start spending time, spending resources and all that to campaign. I'm not accusing, I'm not isolating APC to accuse. It is PDP is equally culpable. ABGA is culpable. AP is culpable. All the different political parties in Nigeria, they are culpable when it comes to abuse of this power by state governments.
Okay. Provide evidence against the Beninese court, tells FG. How do you look at the case?
I think it's a welcome development because they say he who comes to equity must come with clean hand. Because the way it stands, from what you understand, if not that Benin Republic insisted on due process, we are made to understand that even at the first instance of his, when they accosted him, there was already a waiting helicopter to lift him from Benin Republic to Nigeria. It's just that, unfortunately for federal government of Nigeria, some persons raised alarm, and that attracted attention of people of interest globally, and that has even now made Benin Republic to do the right thing, to demand that due process must be followed. Now, let the Nigerian government go to Benin Republic court to ventilate their opinion, to prove that actually this man is wanted in Nigeria genuinely by some crimes they have alleged that he have committed. Because if you look at it, they are accusing him of stockpiling arms to destabilize Nigeria in the guise of self-determination, and this he have denied. Though the DSS presented guns, they claim they recovered from his house the day they invaded his house, but I don't think that is sufficient to convince a court that he is actually guilty as alleged. Then again, I taking pain to look at the criteria for extraditing an individual. You look at, you accuse, if the offense is being accused, if it is a crime in the jurisdiction where he's being held, that is even when the country will start thinking of extraditing into Nigeria. So if self-determination is not a crime in Benin Republic, so on that ground, Nigerian government cannot even be justified to think of carrying him from, extraditing him from Benin Republic, Benin Republic to Nigeria. And again, if it is believed and established that he is a political fugitive, on that ground you cannot even extradite him. And if it is equally proven that he will not have justice in Nigeria, you cannot even justify extraditing to Nigeria. More so as even DSS have accepted responsibility of killing 2 of his aides. And as we speak, this is over 21 days. Some of his aides, about 21 of them or so, who were arrested by DSS, if not for the effort of the court that have mandated DSS to produce them in court, the DSS have not even allowed their lawyer access to them. So I think all this mark of a government that does not subject itself to the rule of law. And if they have succeeded in moving Sunday Igboho in the first instance, the day he was accosted, that would have amounted to illegality. Because if you want to extradite an individual, there must be extradition hearing in the court in the country where he's been arrested, as against what transpired in Nnamdi Kalu's case. Nnamdi Kalu, there was supposed to be an extradition hearing in Kenya, where you now determine whether it's right or wrong to extradite him, and if you want to extradite him, where is the place to extradite him to? So I think Benin Republic is doing the right thing, and I think Nigerian government should go there and ventilate the opinion. Let the whole world see the basis for which they want to extradite him. If they are justified, we'll see it.
Which way do you think who is going to be the victor in this? Who do you think will come out with winning that case?
But I think there is a bigger issue that people are not looking at. Because I think I read what a legislator in Benin Republic said about the issue, especially the one that borders on immigration, allegation of immigration crime. From what I can understand, it's a very big issue in Benin Republic. And I think it carries about 21 years jail upon conviction. I pray it did not come to that, because from what we can understand, what Igbo stand for, Igbo is not a criminal by our standard. We have all seen the circumstances surrounding Igbo's emergence and rising to prominence. It's as a result of excesses or the Fulani henchmen, and as a result of negligence and dereliction of duty of the federal government in failing to address those excesses that gave rise to a Sunday Igboho. So it will be unfortunate if the Benin Republic law of immigration will hold him. I don't know how that will pan out, but for me, I pray that he should be given soft landing to even travel to his destination of Germany.
Okay, Niger Delta to President Buhari, don't sign PIB bill, return it to National Assembly for amendment, or else the militants will return to the creeks.
I think that threat or warning came from the former governor of Bayelsa State. Dixon. Now, I think it's against the backdrop of the government proposing 30% of revenue that will accrue to NNPC for oil prospecting in the frontier basins. And most of the frontier basins in Nigeria are from the northern part of the country. So if you are saying you are proposing 3% for host communities, I think that is infinitesimal comparing to the level of degradation in that area. Go and verify, it's on record. Ogun is the most polluted place in the world. With conscious effort to clean Ogoni, it will take 25 solid years with good number of billions of dollars to have a good cleanup of Ogoni. And this is because of the impact of oil spillage caused by oil exploration. So if people who are at the receiving end of the oil exploration, you are giving a just 3%, and you are looking at somebody, an area that you've not gotten crude, and there is no even more good prospect that you are likely going to get crude from that side, and you are budgeting, you are proposing 30% of revenue that will accrue to NNPC. I think for me it's a recipe for crisis. I think that must explain the reason a decent is warning federal government or alerting federal government of a looming danger. Because I don't think you can pacify the boys in those localities. That 3% is sufficient to address the level of neglect, degradation in those areas. If you look at most people in that vicinity, in that area, they live in squalor, they live in penury. The environment is nothing to write home about. You don't have good roads. You know what it takes to build road in a place like Bayelsa, in a place like Baramatu, in a place like Brutu, all those riverine areas of Delta that has oil. And you see pipeline of oil crisscrossing each other in those regions. And you don't see any infrastructure to commensurate the level of revenue that the federal government is getting from that area. So for me, that 3% is infinitesimal and it's a recipe for crisis.
Okay, rivals pushing consensus candidate to stop Tinubu. Are you saying that even the APC national leader will be affected by this consensus?
For whatever reason APC is looking at consensus candidates, I don't think consensus candidates is the right way to go. But I can understand that they want to avoid a situation where there will be internal crisis after choosing a candidate that may emerge through Congress. Because however I look at it, you already have interest groups, you already have alignment, realignment, and all that. And each and every group and interest will want to project and advance their interests. So to that extent, if a Tinubu who is a big weight in APC is unjustifiably skimmed out of the scheme of things, APC will be in crisis. So I think what they are doing is, if they go by consensus candidates, they will start addressing people who may be aggrieved. If you look at what is happening even in Lagos State, look at the day and time they said they did their primary for this local government election. Look at how long it took them to come up with the delegates who were successful in the primary. They were trying to manage the crisis that naturally will come out of the illegalities that witnessed the primary, because so many people felt aggrieved, and their grievances would have been so much if not that the party managed the situation by starting for some time and trying to see how they can pacify the people who feel aggrieved, whether by way of promising them one position or the other. But in a democracy, it doesn't work like that. That's why people like us, we are not happy with the National Assembly, a situation where they are not willing and ready to allow us have election result transmitted electronically. Because if you allow free and fair election, it doesn't matter who wins. It's democracy that wins. Because if you are not popular, you should not expect to win an election. That's why it's called democracy. If you want to win an election, start doing things that will make the electorates, that will make the populace, that will make your constituency see you as somebody who is worthy of representing them. It's not just sufficient for you to be in the good book of one political leader, and you look at your face and you are he prefers you against the popular opinion. And because he have access to police, army, navy, INEC, he will force you on the people, and he'll get away with it. That's the situation we find ourselves in Nigeria, and it's unfortunate.
Okay, your final thought, Mr.
My final thought is that leaders, political leaders, political class, political gladiators should give INEC the leverage to operate as an independent body, because the constitution do not envisage a situation where you untwist INEC like we are trying to witness now. The constitution never envisages a situation where INEC will share their independence with NCC. or with National Assembly, like they are trying to do now, to compel INEC to go and seek approval from NCC and National Assembly whether an area is feasible for electronic transfer of election result. So my conclusion is that the federal government, all the players in our political terrain should allow us have free, fair and credible election by allowing us to have specifics when it comes to law to transmit the election result electronically.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's the last person for today. Okay, thank you very much for being with us on this wonderful edition of Bysters at the Newsstands. You can look at the GoFundMe account that has been pasted by Flip TV and do well to contribute to that account because we need to give you a better experience and update and upgrade our facilities. So be kind to go to that and click the link, then you can contribute whatever you can for the media organization. Okay, we are moving to the end of Bystanders at the Newsstand. The man behind the camera, Mr. Kazim, a big thank you, and also everyone that's spoken and everyone that has contributed. The election continues in Lagos. The streets are dry as people get prepared to vote their chairmanship candidates for the local government. And also in Ogun State, we heard that the PDP had pulled out of the election, citing some issues and problems with the credibility of elections in that state. I'm Christian Chico on this edition. We are on Facebook, E247 on Facebook, and also on Instagram, Flip TV. You can visit that site for more updates and more stories. We have pundits today. Very interesting edition of Pundits. So by 3 p.m. still stay tuned to Flip TV so that you can get more analysis on issues, intelligent analysis on issues. That program will be handled by Samuel F. Young. Bye for now till tomorrow, till Monday, by the grace of God.